Welcome back, folks. So, as you know, every week I try to do some sort of a music feature. And if you've been tuning into this show for the last little while, you know that I've been collecting vinyl. All kinds of reasons I do that. Probably you've heard that little spiel I've run through on my broadcast before. Anyways, so this week I just wanted to share the latest addition to my vinyl collection, which is Father John Misty's "I Love You, Honey Bear." It's a double gatefold album. It's actually his second album, and I finally got it on vinyl. I was actually really surprised to find out when I received it. It's actually part of the super audio quality, so most records are played at 33 RPMs. This one is 44 RPMs, which means it's been pressed at a much higher quality, and for that reason it comes on two vinyl instead of one. So anyways, I picked this one up because I actually discovered Father John Misty on his debut album, actually back in the days when there was an HMV music store. There used to be quite a few of them around the Halifax area. I used to go to the one in the Halifax Shopping Centre pretty often. If you've ever been to any music stores, you'd know that, you get into a different store, there's always different people working there. Some people more engaging than others, perhaps. But I always went to the one in the Halifax Regional Shopping Center because I found the guys that worked there were pretty engaging and, all about the music. They were always playing something different when I walked in there as opposed to the more popular things that needed to spin. And that store never disappointed. That's what I remember. Didn't matter when I went in. I always went in there looking for something and leaving with the thing I went in there looking for, and also leaving with something I'd never heard before because they would be playing something. And I remember that one day I walked in and they were playing a tune from Father John Misty's debut album called Son of a Ladies' Man, actually. I loved the tune immediately. Went up to the front counter. I said to the guy, "What are you playing?" He told me what it was. I said, "Where is it? I want a copy. I don't need anything. I don't need anything else." So, anyways, I listened to that album to death. Originally bought it on cassette. It was one of those ones that came in the cardboard packaging that folded out, so it wasn't just the old standard plastic inserts. It was a whole experience, which is what music is meant to be. And unfortunately, it's one of the things that streaming has killed is the experience side of things. Don't get me wrong, I stream a lot of music, but have decided to focus my time on things that are really particular, and that's why I buy vinyl, because if something is vinyl worthy to me, it means it's something I'm going to sit down and really listen to, and not just have it as something in the background. So all that being said, picked up the "I Love You, Honey Bear." It's like I said, his second album. It's probably about 10 years old at this point. But most people who talk about John Misty in terms of reviewers and the like, that's the kind of opus that everyone seems to be referring to in terms of his best. I had originally listened to it a while back. I didn't really get it. It didn't really stick with me. And I think it's probably because the first album had such an effect on me because it was so different. I just loved the lyricism. I'd even seen, I think, a video of him playing live in Letterman. And just this something about this guy just really appealed to me in terms of the whole package as a musician. So picked up "Love You, Honey Bear" because I finally did give it a second listen not too long ago, as my interest in him was revived because he does have a new album coming out. And the little bit I heard or reheard really stuck with me. So I decided, stop there. Let's get this on vinyl and give it the listen that it's probably worth. And I have to say, it does not disappoint. And the funny thing is, like I said, it comes as a gatefold with all the kind of quirky artwork that he's known for having. It also has a poster inside that folds out, which is funny because if I go back to the original CD I owned, it was the same thing. It was just this whole experience. And if you have not listened to Father John Misty, I strongly recommend you check him out. Probably back in the day, I would have said start with his first album. It's the best. Probably more of a personal preference. I guess I would actually recommend you start with this one because it does seem to be the one that most people seem to enjoy. I definitely enjoy it, and I do enjoy it as much as the first. It just took me a long time to get there, and he continues to record and do some very different things. So never, don't be surprised when you go pick up a third album, a fourth album, a potential fifth album. What you get is often very different than what you expected from the previous.